Yeah, and that's something that I really miss because I can remember. Well, like I can remember. I wish I could. Wish I would have made a duplicate of that. There's so many. There's so many things that I wish I would have made duplicate videos of. It's just a travesty. What happened to my channel, my other channel there? That was a real travesty. That was just a slight against the whole thing, man. And that's why it happened. Is because it was targeted. Like it's pretty obvious because of this stupid the tag things. That's one issue. I hate to say it, this guy. I don't know what the deal is. People that are they're just young. They're young. They're new Christians, right? And so, man, I don't know what he's just not getting. He fucking. I mean, pardon me, but like I have a, and that's the problem, right? I'm sorry. No, I went back to that, but I remember I had a conversation with Jesus, and now reflecting on those words that are they're still echoing in my mind as a memory. That's the thing about it. And that was a rocking stream. That was a great stream. The conversation with Jesus was a good one. But it was just thoughts of just myself. And so that's the problem with extemporary remarks. If no one listens to those remarks, there is nothing there. But that was a great one. I was thinking about what Santa said. Whether I don't care if, how you're inspired is up to you, right? It is, and what you make of it is up to you as well, right? And so I actually got an email from a person that said when I did that stream, they emailed me, and it was an unlikely email, and they said they really enjoyed that stream. And so I was thinking negatively, right? I was thinking negatively. And then suddenly some of these words came back to me in my mind. Well, because they're the truths of what it is, right? So that's a thing. And so knowing that and then saying, organized religion is that and this. But today, again, last week, I went to a church, and it's not my church, and it was a tithing church. Okay, see, these are tithing churches. They're financial churches. You will be rich and blah, blah, blah. It's almost like Joel Osteen, but they're nuts, right? They're really nuts. They're crazy people that have never had anything. And so they're going crazy with a lust for what they see outside, right? Because, these people, they were living in dirt shacks, right? Where they come from. And so that's the thing. So I don't know if you've ever seen YouTube Vice documentaries, but that's basically where these people are coming from. And they come to a place like Canada, and it's just overwhelming, the power of the money, right, is an overwhelming sensation for these people. And so they believe still that it's wealth is that money thing. And so when you have lived here and you've known that there's power, I know because I know there's power in money, but the money doesn't give you the power, right? The money is what the power is. And people get that, right? They get the fact that the money is the power. And so I guess these the prosecutors, lawyers, police, etc., they get the power from the power, right? They get that from the power. And of course, besides the wages that they get, they must really get some serious kickbacks. Must be some serious, gains other ways. The RCMP. I bet you they go home with beer and alcohol and fucking all kinds of shit all the time, right? You know what I mean? Whatever they pick up on the side of the road. And of course, uh, stuff that's confiscated, that's never turned in, never held, and you never go back to retrieve your stuff that they've stolen from you, is basically what it ends up to be. And so the conversation with Jesus was one of these things that I feel was stolen from me, right? The conversation with Jesus, the consecration to the power of God, my faith, because loyalty, faith is you have faith, so then in people you have loyalties and trust. So without them being as accountable as you are, and you being openly saying, well, I'm willing to be accountable, but they're not willing to say even that they're going to be, that they will be accountable, right? Is another thing. So the conversation with Jesus was the thing that was stolen, as far as I'm concerned, when they took down my other account, right? And so those are some of the things that give you faith, right? Is knowing what you've said, and even referring back. So documenting, like I have journals that I've written in. It's a great idea to do that, because then you can go back and reflect on it. But I had all that stuff, right? And so thank you for acknowledging it. The person that sent me that email and said that they so enjoyed that conversation with Jesus that I had, right? And I appreciate you so much. And when I regretfully think of how I've forgotten how to appreciate people, but I still am able to look out there and see everyone, and it just gives you, as I, what I'm saying myself, it gives you and I both together such a great satisfaction of life, knowing that there are people out there that are truly innocent, well intended, and they're living for the moment of family, peace, happiness, and love. And that's the greatest gift. That's really what makes life worthwhile, even in the end. If it's not your life, and someone else's, the joy of knowing that there is true happiness in the world, no matter who you are. You can always see someone that is happier. Or, like I said, they came from dirt, right? They came from huts that were made of sticks, and that was their home. It was dirt floors and doors that didn't have to be bashed in for them to be enslaved. And the true freedom was when they found Jesus. They migrated here. So forgive them for seeking financial gains. And that's not the true spirit of God and what it is to be happy, but just a smile makes it all worthwhile. And so I wish, again, to remember the conversation with Jesus. Thank you.